Welcome back to Northern Thailand, everybody. This week, we're back in Chiang Mai province. If you're looking for the perfect, lush mountain escape with adventures on every corner, then this week, I have a treat for you. Welcome back to the rainy season here in Thailand, one of my favourite times of the year, to be honest. Yes, it's not the perfect weather for beach life, but up here in the mountains of Chiang Mai, there is no better place to be when the rains come. The mountains are swept up in clouds. It is just so epic. We're going to be visiting new places and experiencing new things. We're going to just go out and explore in the rain. It's going to be so good. I can't wait for you to see this video. So sit down, have a cup of tea or open a beer, have a glass of wine and enjoy a slice of paradise here in Northern Thailand in the rainy season. I flew up to Chiang Mai from Bangkok. The weather forecast was wet, but at this time of year, that's totally normal. My bike, Zelda, had a mechanical issue, so she was actually back in Bangkok for repairs. But I had a replacement bike, something very similar, and that would suit this adventure perfectly. Before we head up into the mountains, first things first. I don't think you can beat 50 baht for a bowl of hot, spicy Khao Soi noodles up here in Chiang Mai. Pure foodie heaven. So with my belly full and our clocks adjusted, there's only one thing that remains, and that's the 60 kilometers or so of boring highways up towards the majestic green peaks of Shangdao. I don't know if you've ever driven north out of Chiang Mai, but the first hour is just traffic light after traffic light, and it's not the best. But there are plenty of spots to stop at this time of year to grab some seasonal snacks. $50 a kilo. For one of my favourite fruits, rambutan. Yes, please. The mountains of Northern Thailand really come into their own during the rainy season. Here, in August, we're coming past 2 months of non-stop rain. So the scenery is just so lush, it's so green, it's vibrant, and it's the perfect place to come and visit. That is, if you don't mind getting wet from time to time. And so, after 75 minutes of riding from Chiang Mai Airport and a quick stop for noodles and some fruit, I had arrived deep in the countryside, amongst the farmers and their crops. I mean, just have a look at this beautiful spot I found. A couple of years ago now, I came to this area and stayed at this place called Wan Nung. It was a beautiful wooden deck with a glamping tent, a cooking area, and a place to admire the view of Shangdao, my favourite mountain in Thailand. Anyway, the bloke who owns that messaged me on Instagram after I posted the video to say thank you for helping promote his business, basically. And I said it was my pleasure. I had a great stay. If you ever open a new one, let me know. And he let me know that he's opened 2 new ones, or maybe even 3 new ones. This might be him here now. And I'm staying at one of them called Putoh. Already quite impressed, actually, because it's set amongst a beautiful, long gone farm. I'm pretty sure these are long gons, right? Looks like it. And our mate here is letting us check in. Wow, look at this. Some view. If you're wondering, Paddy, where's the tent? This one doesn't have a tent. Now, as always, I've paid, this isn't a gifted stay, I ended up paying 8,000 baht for 2 nights, and that includes dinner and breakfast. Now, I think he wanted to give me the food for free as a thank you for making a video again, but I do actually have my eye on the craft beer and burger place that I really like here. But tonight we'll have the dinner thrown in for sure. You've got to be careful you don't fall off and break your neck. Just be careful when you are admiring the view. And it seems really, really nice. Let's go in and have a look at the room. Right, what do we have here? I haven't actually looked at the room online, and I wasn't expecting too much, but it is really nice. Nice double bed, 4 pillows. We have aircon, which is great, even though it's rainy season. Still bloody hot. They do a promotion at the minute. I'm not quite sure exactly on the details, but if you agree to hand in your phone and your laptop, and you agree to not connect to the internet, not connect to Wi-Fi, and you really want to disconnect and get away from everything, I think they actually give you a deal. They give you an even more better price. They want to encourage people to sit here and then look at the view and breathe the fresh air and not stare at your phone or answer emails and really, really have a holiday. Right, let's unpack, settle in, and most importantly, get outside, enjoy the weather and these amazing views. Don't know if you've ever had a rambutan. Bit of a weird looking thing. This one's got ants on it. That's why it's always a good idea to keep it outside. There we go. Inside is the fleshy inside. Delicious, juicy. There is a nut inside. I'm sure you've had one of these before if you've been to Thailand. And when they're in season, grab a few. Incredible. It's a good job I didn't buy the longons that she was selling, because I can just grab them here. In fact, let's try one. I'm not quite sure if they're ripe or not. Nice little jelly ball. Again, there's a nut inside. I'm not sure if these are going to be ripe or not. Let's try. Oh no. Delicious. Absolutely incredible. Right, we've got our lifetime supply right here. Right, here comes the inevitable rain coming through the valley behind me here. There's one rainstorm. There's another one over there. It just depends on where you look sometimes in Northern Thailand in the rainy season. But it's such a beautiful view. My only regret was not stopping by 7-Eleven because there is no fridge in there. There are waters in a drawer, and then in that little box is ice. So you can keep your drinks cold, but I didn't bring any drinks with me, and I thought maybe there'd be a bar or a few cans of beer in the fridge. But alas, we'll just soak up the views, enjoy the rain, listen to the birds, soak it up, breathe it in. This is a special place. Well, I'm officially in my happy place, sat on my little deck chair, in the rain. It's just spitting for now, so I can handle it. Although big rain's coming in the valley. We've probably got about T-minus 30 seconds, So let's just enjoy it together. The rain came and went, as it usually does, and then it was time to enjoy peace and quiet once more. This is Thailand's third tallest mountain, but in my opinion, Thailand's most beautiful. Doyle Shangdao is just a monster of nature, and just sat here staring up at it, hours can just pass you by so effortlessly. Dinner was pork shabu, Thai style. So lots of meat, lots of veggies, some noodles, some eggs, 2 types of dipping sauce, and 2 types of soup which you boil all the ingredients in. It's a very hearty and a very delicious meal. But for me, there was a slight issue. Okay, dinner's ready. Just gotta turn it down before it boils over and causes an absolute nightmare. So, dinner's a bit of a fail for 2 reasons. The first one is that I'm eating mukatao by myself. This is definitely the kind of food you eat with someone else because it's a fun activity to cook it. But because I'm by myself, it's a bit weird. The second reason is there's a restaurant in Bangkok called Momo Paradise, and it's exactly the same as this, and I ate there last night. I had no idea this was going to be the food here. So I've had pork and vegetable cook it yourself type dinner last night, so I'm not really in the mood. Plus this light keeps going on and off. I've got a glass, but I don't have anything to drink. Honestly, it's delicious. But this is the second night in a row that I've had Momo Paradise. After dinner, I wanted to grab a beer at Microcosmos, a local craft beer place. I talk about this place every time I come up here. They do amazing burgers. Even though I'd already eaten, I was keen to eat here tomorrow night. Okay, sod's law. My cocktail bar that I wanted to take you to is closed today, but it's open tomorrow. So I've come into the craft beer and burger joint. They do the most amazing burgers. But there's a new update. They now do pizza. And I was really in the mood for a burger. It was literally the second reason why I came up here. Was to eat a burger here. Tomorrow, they're closed. And I've already eaten tonight, haven't I? Big fail. Yeah, so no cocktails and no burgers this time around. There's still plenty more reasons to stay tuned. The best new discoveries are yet to come here on day 2. I had a different breakfast each morning and it was really good, to be fair. They came in these cute pots. I had a salad, breakfast burritos with red sauce. These were amazing, by the way. A warm, gooey, homemade cupcake type thing, and some orange juice and a selection of local seasonal fruits. A true breakfast of champions, although it was missing one important element. Breakfast is good. I just need coffee. Lovely breakfast, lovely morning. Lots of moisture in the air, but no wind. The mountains up here in the north, in the rainy season. So beautiful. If anything, the rainy season amplifies its beauty. To be fair, if you have your own ride on two wheels here in Chiang just go out and explore the region. That will, in itself, create all the adventure you would need. This region is just so stunning, and the villages are just so untouched. You'll be sure to have a constant smile on your face, regardless if you have a destination or not. Just some wild buffalo, mother and calf, grazing out here in the field. Oh, there's quite a few of them, not just a mother and a calf. There's a whole family. Okay, see you later. Have a nice breakfast. So cute. You two naughty boys. Naughty boys. Naughty boys. This babbling stream looks pretty, right? But it stinks of sulfur. There must be quite a lot of volcanic activity around here. Oh, that explains the sulfur smell. I think this is hot springs. I've come to Chiang many times, never knew that this existed. In fact, this whole area feels like a slice of heaven on earth. It really is incredible. So, apart from the fact it stinks of rotten eggs, there is a free hot spring here. It's quite interesting. They've obviously directed the hot water from underground through some tubes into some concrete circular bathtubs. It's really nice. I think I might come down here in the morning tomorrow and have a dip, because I didn't expect I would be at a hot springs for free. And the water, it smells terrible, but it's so hot, and it's surrounded here by this beautiful forest. There are quite a lot of soldiers as well, with big guns. And then behind me here, there are some buffalo. There's a few albino ones as well, and they're just squishing their way through knee-high mud, looking for more food. This is beautiful. A free hot springs, beautiful nature, animals, birds, insects, and people relaxing in the most pristine part of Chiang Dao. This is beautiful. If only there was a view of the mountain, then it'd have everything. Reason 5,000 to love Thailand. You're just exploring in the middle of nowhere in a village, and like a mirage, like an oasis in the desert. Look at this coffee shop. In the middle of nowhere, look at this coffee shop. This coffee shop also acts as an art space. They showcase local artists throughout the year, and all of the artwork inside was for sale. They also host local festivals. There's one coming up in February. Check this place out on Facebook if you want to visit. They have loads of coffee shops like this in Chiang Dao, but in my experience, this one was the best.
Sipping your sunshine, come take me away.
this is also the perfect place to not only stretch my legs, but to talk to you about two things. The first is the channel sponsor, Squarespace. The perfect place to build a website if you're in the marketplace, guys. If you're looking to build a website for your business, for your blog, whatever you need a website for, head to Squarespace. Simply just choose one of their award-winning templates like I did when I built my website, which looks fantastic. It's really easy to navigate. And if that sounds like too much work, you can use their dedicated AI feature, Design Intelligence. The AI will ask you a couple of quick questions. What's the website for? How should it look? What should it feel like? And it will build it for you, and then you can go and amend and finish it all up on your own. Honestly, it's really simple. I built my website on Squarespace. I think it looks fantastic, and I can constantly update it on the go thanks to their incredible Squarespace app. And if you click the link in the description or head to squarespace.com/Paddy Doyle, you can get 10% off your first website or domain with Squarespace. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this section of the video. And the second thing I want to talk to you about, other than my fantastic sponsor Squarespace, is basically around the issue of elephant sanctuaries. One of the most common questions I get is, Paddy, I'm coming to Chiang Mai, I'm coming to Thailand, what's the best elephant sanctuary to visit? And my answer is always the same: I don't know. But I do think that there's one true sanctuary, but I'm not certain because I've never actually been. And I'm actually going to go today. That's one of the main reasons I've come up to the north of Thailand. I'm getting absolutely eaten alive by mosquitoes. So what I've done is I've booked to visit the Elephant Nature Park on a half-day tour. I just want to have a little look around. And I am going to film bits and bobs just to get some footage, but I'm not going to create a whole section of this video. In fact, I'm only going to talk to you at the end of the experience and say if it was positive or not. If it is positive, I'll let you know. And if it wasn't that great, then we'll probably just brush over it and we won't talk about it very much. I'm getting absolutely destroyed by these mosquitoes. So what I'm going to do is drive the next 15 minutes to the Elephant Nature Park. It's not too far away from Shangdao. So that's good. And then we'll have a little quick debrief at the end of the experience. Hopefully it's a positive one. Okay, I'm finished. There's an elephant here, look. Hello. Mixed emotions. Definitely some positives and a few negatives. But I'm going to collect my thoughts. Insert future Paddy. So yeah, my experience at the Elephant Nature Park was too difficult for me to summarize so quickly right there at the end of the half-day tour I just did. What I will do, however, is I'll continue to gather my thoughts as we explore more of this region, and then towards the end of the video, I'll touch on my experience a bit more. Chiang Mai is one of the largest provinces in the north of Thailand, and places of interest can be spread apart. That's why it's really good to have your own car or your own motorbike. And so after the Elephant Nature Park, I wanted to visit a few places nearby. I'd been meaning to come visit these areas, so I punched in the location and I rode 30 minutes or so to our next spot. Wat Ban Den here in Mai Thang is a recently refurbished mega temple. It's absolutely amazing. It's still actually not even finished, as you'll see in a minute, but it takes a special type of temple for me to include it in my videos. But as you'll see, this temple here is a very special temple indeed. This has to be one of the biggest golden Buddhas in Thailand, right? If not the biggest. Because the temple's not actually finished, Maybe it's not been announced or common knowledge, but I can't imagine there being a bigger golden statue in Bangkok. I've seen a big one in Ayutthaya, but I think this is bigger. It's beautiful as well. The more you look at it, there's so many details. This temple is so big that there are birds nesting already inside. This is magnificent. This must have cost a fortune. You guys know it takes a special temple to impress me because I've seen so many. This one, high on the list already. I mean, it's not even finished. The artists are still painstakingly painting every panel. The men outside are in scripting in the clay and in the concrete. The beautiful artwork designs, it's great to see them at work. I've never seen artists at work like that before because this temple is still being built. It's going to be absolutely magnificent. I mean, the grounds itself, there are so many other temples, 12 in total, clumped together. And this is the crown jewel. We've been to some temples in Thailand, right? We've seen the glow-in-the-dark one in Ubon, the wooden temple last week in Uthai Thani. So many temples come to mind. But this one is incredible. And it's very rare that I can film like this in a temple because people are praying, meditating. There are monks, there are Thai people. There's always something going on. And this is one of the first times that there's nobody here. So I feel like I can vlog and I feel like I can walk around. If you're wondering, Paddy, how do you find these places? Well, I do the same thing that you do, you know. I watch travel YouTube videos. I follow people on social media that I like, that go to interesting places that I like. And my friends Flora and Note, they were here about a year ago. I think they were staying in a nice guest house somewhere in the rice fields, not too far from here. And I watched their vlog. And in that vlog, they came here when I think it was just still under construction or it just opened. And I saved it and I thought, oh, I should check that out. And I'm glad I did. Even though it's still technically not finished, there are a lot of Thai people here coming to pray and give offerings of money and blessings. With all of this exploring and riding around, I'd forgotten to have my lunch. So let's pull over and sort that out. Okay, I think I found the perfect spot for lunch. A really local place. There's just some yummy meat in a cupboard. And it smells delicious, so let's go with this. A glass bottle of Coke, a noisy wall fan, no aircon. This is a proper local lunch spot. Right next to the temple as well. I'll put it in the description for you if you are in the area and you fancy some food. Oh. Wow. Yay! That's a big plate of food. Thank you, thank you. So, one section of the plate is khao mun gai, so chicken with rice. And then the other is pork knuckle, stewed pork knuckle with the egg on more rice. I won't eat both rice. I don't know why it comes with 2 rice. Maybe that was my mistake, but looks good. Let's put the sauce on the khao mun gai and the other sauce on the stewed pork. 2 different sauces for 2 different types of dish. There's also a side dish of soup and a side dish of gravy. Let's try the stewed pork first. It's so colourful. They stew it in like so many different spices, Chinese spices and star anise, cinnamon. It smells so good. This is going to be the most delicious half of a boiled egg I've ever had. Right, let's try the Khao Mun Gai. Oh wow. You guys have had Khao Man Gai before, right? But not like this. That sauce is so good. And what I like is it's piping hot, even though it was in that cupboard. The meat is boiling hot, which I really appreciate. I didn't realise I was this hungry. After a late lunch, it was time to drive 50 minutes or so back to the accommodations. But en route, I had decided to go revisit somewhere we saw earlier in the video. I just couldn't get the idea of basking in a natural hot spring in the middle of the rainforest out of my mind. We had to get wet and experience this place properly. So cool. This is so cool. Love it. Perfect way to end the day. It's raining and we've got hot pots and cold river stream. Oh, heaven on earth. Lawn Mac. Scenic Mac. Obviously the river is really cold, so you stay in the pot until you're nice and cooked, and then you come out here. This is the perfect place to come after a day adventuring in Shangdao, and it's completely free. They're not all the same temperature. One is incredibly hot, and then this is the third one I've tried. This one's a very comfortable medium. The only thing is, guys, it stinks. It stinks like rotten eggs. Even with all that cloud covering most of the mountain, it's still peeking through, and it's just so epic. I can't tell you how much I love Shangdao. Every time I come here, I learn something new. But one thing that remains constant throughout every visit, that is a thing of beauty, and I'm obsessed with it. Still sweaty from the hot springs. That was such a magical experience. I've come back a bit earlier so that I can eat dinner while it's still got some light, because that light last night was super annoying. Dinner's different today, which is nice. It's mookata. If some of you watching have got a Thai girlfriend, then you'll know how much Thai people love mookata. But you'll also probably know that you're better off sat down drinking a beer while your girlfriend does it, because you'll just ruin it, which is exactly what I'm probably going to do right now. I really don't do very well with mookata, especially on my own. I think I've done it once. I ate about 5 pieces of meat. There was no flavour. I didn't know what I was doing, and it was a complete waste of time and money. Not enough water. Guys, I'm so sorry, but Mukata and me just don't mix. They never have. For years and years, I've tried and tried. And for years and years, I've failed and failed. I don't know why. I just don't know Mukata. Me and Mukata just don't fit. I mean, I'm gonna eat this, but it's probably not gonna taste right. Here we go. Actually, not bad. Compliments to the chef. You're welcome. Not much of a view today. Champions today. I love a little bit of rice porridge, especially in the rainy mountains. Hey. Okay, it's time, sadly, to leave Shangdao and off onto the next adventure. I just want to sum up my experience and give you my final thoughts. This place has been great. What I loved about it was the location, the serenity, the view, and just being surrounded by this moody weather. There has been a huge tropical storm in Vietnam for the past few days, and it's now made its way over here. Thankfully, it's not that bad, but it's going to be wet and it's going to be rainy all the way home. So I'm gearing up for that. I didn't get a chance to have a bathtub because of the weather. It was always raining kind of in the evenings or in the mornings when it's the best time to take a bath. So I didn't get any outdoor bathtub action, which is a shame. And again, with the fire, because it's rainy season, it rains at night. So there was no chance to get a fire going, which is again, a bit of a shame, but that's fine. Not to worry. I would definitely come back here. Probably the best time of year would be November, December, January, when it's the dry season and it's a cooler temperature, and you could enjoy the atmosphere here. And they have a couple of other accommodations. I'll leave the link to book this place in the description on Facebook. I think they have about 3 other places that are different prices, different sizes, but they all share a very similar view. They're all within a 5-minute walk or 10-minute drive of this location. And I just really enjoyed exploring this little region and seeing some new places like the hot springs and some of the experiences, the villages, and just the quiet, laid-back hill tribe atmosphere. I did want to keep going and go up into that mountain a bit more. I haven't explored that. That was my plan for the 3rd day. But what I'm going to do is just turn around and limp back into Chiang Mai and meet some friends from my old school and just hang out before my flight back to Bangkok. Hopefully everything goes smoothly and there's no floods. And like last time when I came here, this rain doesn't seem too bad, but I don't know what's going on over the hill. And just to finish on the Elephant Nature Park, I want to make a dedicated post about my experience. So in the description of this video, there will either be a video that I've posted or a blog post where I write down my thoughts, because it was a good experience, but it wasn't exactly a sanctuary. But I've been thinking about it and I think I know why. And I think it is a good thing to do. I think it is a good place to go, but it comes with a few caveats. So I'll either make a dedicated YouTube video, which you can click in the description now and share it with your friends if you're thinking about doing an elephant sanctuary trip, or it will be a blog post. I haven't quite decided yet. And thanks again for watching. I am about to head back to Chiang Mai, fly to Bangkok, and tomorrow we go on our next international adventure. We're having about 5 days in Singapore for something very special. So stay tuned, subscribe if you're new, like the video, it's completely free to do, helps me out. And thanks for joining me in the misty, rainy clouds of Chiang Mai province. I'll see you soon.